Well, today we remember the 19th anniversary of 9/11 and those terrorist attacks. We will also tell you about a hot air balloon event taking place not too far from the valley that raises money for a very good cause, and a look at why you may want to rethink refinancing. Good Day Live.
Celebrating the people and places that make the Wabash Valley unique. WTWO's Good Day Live, sponsored by the Hoosier Lottery.
Well, good afternoon to you, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Dana Winklepleck. Today, we remember. It has been 19 years since the deadliest terrorist attack in our nation's history. Ceremonies took place around the country, but because of the pandemic, they took on a different look this year. Chris Pallone has more.
In Lower Manhattan, the city which promised to never forget, paused to remember. Keeping alive the memories of the nearly 3,000 people who died in the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001, the heroic rescuers who died trying to save them, and those who have passed in the years since from exposure to the toxic chemicals that engulfed the area for months.
Michael Rourke Andrews.
But this year, the remembrances are different. COVID-19 forcing crowd sizes to be limited, hand sanitizer and masks plentiful. Vice President Mike Pence and Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden attended the Ground Zero service, where organizers decided for the first time not to have family members read the names of all the fallen in order to maintain social distancing.
Luis Alfonso Chimbo.
That decision spurred a charity group to hold a separate commemoration with family members reading the names live just steps away.
For the families, loved ones, and friends they left behind.
At the Pentagon, Secretary of Defense Mark Esper attended a wreath laying dedicated to the 184 people who died there. A giant American flag covered the spot where the hijacked plane crashed into the building. And in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, President Trump joined the family members of people who died on United Flight 93 for a private memorial service.
To the family members of Flight 93, today every heartbeat in America is wedded to yours. Your pain and anguish is the shared grief of our whole nation.
Christine Burton Basmajan.
Across the nation, people keeping their promise to never forget by pausing to remember. Chris Pallone, NBC News.
And tonight at sundown, 2 blue beams of light will shoot into the sky from Lower Manhattan and remain on until sunrise in memory of the victims of 9/11. A Massachusetts mother of 5 could not find the only food that her autistic child would eat until her community stepped up in a very big way. Crystal McDonald's daughter, Ashlyn, has autism, and Crystal says she is nonverbal and eating is a very sensory experience. So Ashlyn only eats SpaghettiOs with meatballs. But back in March, when people started stocking up on food, it became increasingly difficult to find this variety of SpaghettiOs. McDonald would actually hit 20 stores a week. A newspaper shared a story about Crystal and her search. It caught the eye of Crystal's neighbors, and the cans came rolling in.
We've gotten almost 200 SpaghettiOs so far, and it's just been wonderful. It's been such a blessing to not have to worry about finding them and to just feel so loved and accepted by our community.
And the mom says the generosity of her community extra appreciated because right now she's out of work. A climbing group in Denver that helps kids with autism helped create a creative way to add some excitement to these young lives. And Hubers reports.
All is quiet in the cul-de-sac. That might be the theme of the summer of 2020. Just ask Mom.
Do you want me to help you?
Yisha Wagner.
Yeah, okay.
Yisha knows kids need to be active.
Perfect.
Especially these kids.
Perfect.
Who she hasn't seen since COVID-19 put the climbing classes she teaches on hold. So she brought the sport to them.
We take families who are affected by autism on rock climbing events. But this year we weren't able to do anything at all because of the Rona. Had just been fostering such a nice community, and suddenly it was all gone.
Oh, way high.
Way high.
Yisha started the nonprofit Autism Climbs for kids like Alex.
Yay, Alex!
who hasn't hit the wall in a while.
More than 6 months ago.
He's been struggling ever since the pandemic, and it's the first time he's actually seen his friend. It makes me really, really happy.
Good job! Yay!
Yisha knows how Alex's mom feels.
Evan, come to me. Could you tell that we're related?
Her kids are climbers.
And up there climbing is Mila.
They also have autism.
Ollie, come here. I would probably never have done it had I not been personally affected. Enjoying the time with your kids is the best therapy. I'm very thankful that I had this eye-opener. It makes me more compassionate. Are you climbing?
The girls are so used to the routine. They're so used to things being the same.
The moms are grateful for this temporary break in the quiet.
Yay, Emmy!
The kids are just glad to burn off some energy.
Yay, I won!
And bring some much-needed chaos back to the cul-de-sac.
I miss them. Huh? Did you miss them too? Yeah.
And it will be a bit until Autism Climbs can hold those regular group events. So for now, they're planning more stops with the portable climbing wall. But whether you're climbing or doing some other kind of exercise, new research reveals just one workout could help make you smarter. Scientists in Sweden looked at the effects of walking, running, and cycling in people between the ages of 18 and 35. And they found doing moderate to intense exercise for 2 minutes to 1 hour improved concentration, learning, and memory for up to 2 hours. Well, students can exercise their brain a bit by doing some homework, but for some, Wi-Fi not always available. One business in Andersonville, Illinois, hopes to change that, wants to help out. Chris Hush explains.
The orders are once again coming in at Forever Yogurt in Andersonville. Owner Naeem Rizik grateful to be in business thanks to his loyal customers.
If it wasn't for them, honestly, where would we be right now? I'd be close, honest to God.
Rizik was planning to show his gratitude, and after seeing this photo tweeted out by a Los Angeles City Council member,
I saw a picture of 2 kids sitting outside of a Taco Bell on the curb. Literally broke my heart seeing that.
With 2 kids of his own, the answer was simple. As the sign on the front door now reads, students without internet access can come here.
For some of my friends, it was really hard having actually getting our work and doing the work and turning it in because some of them don't have that much Wi-Fi.
And I think that that's really nice because I think everyone's kind of having a hard time right now.
The Wi-Fi is free. The back cafe room converted into a study lounge.
It's plenty of space for distancing, so there's, and we provide everything. We have the gloves, we have the sanitizers, we have a printer they can use, pens, pencils, markers.
We always offer the kids free water, milk, and orange juice. We giving them little snacks here and there.
Both the general manager and owner now trying to spread the word to other businesses on Clark Street. There's no time limit, no purchases required. All they ask for,
we don't need anything but a smile. But a smile and good grades.
And a reminder to pay it forward.
And the owner says, though, they do require masks. Well, we wanted to see what many of you have been up to lately, so we held an online contest and asked you to send us your photos of your medal-worthy moments. Today's winner is Shayna Thompson of Kingman, Indiana. Shayna won $40 worth of Hoosier Lottery scratch-off tickets. Congratulations. Well, the weekend is here. Jesse, going to have a look at that forecast and what we can expect. That's up next on Good Day Live.
Your news in primetime is on News Nation on WGN America. News Nation was the first to show you video of a car running through protesters in Times Square. News Nation was the first to tell the country about Daniel Prude's death in Rochester, New York. And while campers were trapped and surrounded by California wildfires, News Nation took you there live. News Nation covers your nation every night on WGN America. Go to WGNAmerica.com to find WGN America on your cable or satellite provider. News Nation, your news, your nation.
At the Autoplex in Sullivan, we have a bunch of great vehicles in stock. Nice trucks, cars, SUVs, minivans, and credit approval for everyone.
And the same guarantee credit approval here at the Autoplex Auto Mall in Terre Haute. We have a great selection of cars and each one is priced to move.
The Autoplex in Sullivan at 1101 North Section Street, or the new Autoplex Auto Mall in Terre Haute on State Road 46, just a mile north of I-70. Autoplex. Don't dream it, drive it.
We're off to a good start from left B, but right B is cutting him off now. Left B is making a bit of contact. Oh, we've got a double
Bead going for the inside line. The left bead into first place.
Beautiful. Have you missed dining at your favorite restaurant? The sun is high and the days are long. So get out tonight and enjoy a great meal. Our locally owned restaurants are open for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. So if you're craving a burger, pizza, steak, or fajitas, enjoy it tonight with an ice cold Pepsi.
This is BetMGM, where every snap is showtime. And right now, when you join BetMGM and bet $1, you win $100 if there's a Week 1 touchdown. And the action doesn't stop there. Just fire up the BetMGM app, place your bet on any of this week's games or hundreds of other matchups, then track your bet live. This is BetMGM, where every yard is a chance to win large. Download now and use the bonus code TOUCHDOWN.
Welcome back, everybody. The clouds keeping the temperatures down across the area today. It's been very pleasant out there, and eventually, as a front moves in tomorrow, we have a chance of some scattered showers, which we could use. So we'll talk about the timing on that in a second. Here's what it looks like right now with a Graber Post building cam. And again, we are looking across Terre Haute, kind of to the east or east-northeast. You can see Holman Center there over on the left-hand side. And a lot of clouds across the area, and that has kept these temperatures down well below normal today for a change, so kind of a pleasant change out there. Here's your forecast for the Cyclecast, 7 o'clock Eastern time. We'll call it a few breaks in the clouds, 75, very pleasant. Winds are east-northeast at about 8 miles per hour. The rain chances, once again, pretty much non-existent. Winds right now coming in from the east and northeast. This will change tomorrow to the south and will pick up, and then it will change back to the northwest tomorrow night. That's the front coming through. So notice by Sunday, the wind goes back to the northwest, and that'll bring in drier air as we head into the second half of the weekend. Look at these temperatures, though. We're in the 70s across all of the area, exception out there at Effingham and Mattoon, and even there it's only 80, and it's 69 in Crawfordsville. So a nice cool end to the work week. 75 down in Vincennes right now, 74 over in Bloomington. There's the satellite and the radar. Not anything here. And the clouds we have are very low clouds. Thicker cloud cover shows up west-northwest of here, and then you can see the rain. But the rain, again, is moving to the northeast. Not near us, but that boundary out there is moving our way, and eventually will increase our chances of at least seeing some rain as we head for the start of the weekend. So as you might expect on the Dorsa Automotive Doppler radar, nothing showing up. If you're headed out this evening, going to some ball games, things like that, going to be a nice night. Temperatures are pleasant, and we're not expecting any rain during the evening. So when could we see some rain? Well, we'll time that out for you. Tonight, nothing going on. Tomorrow, we'll have a lot of cloud cover, especially as the day wears on. I think anything will happen later in the day with the front, so we'll stop that around 5, 6 p.m. I'd say mid-afternoon at the earliest, but any time after about mid-afternoon, a chance of some scattered showers and storms. Now, I'm not going to guarantee everybody gets rain, and I don't think it's going to be a lot, but there will be a chance, and then that will move on through the area. And by Sunday mid-morning, any rain chances are over, and we start to see breaks in the clouds as the day wears on Sunday. So it's mostly tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. So there's the front Sunday evening, well to the southeast of here. Now, there's one more thing we'll have to watch next week, and that would be if we see a tropical type system develop in the Gulf and head this way right there about next Thursday. And again, this is based on tropical development. We may get some rain showers in the area along about next Thursday, early Friday, but again, that'll be see how the tropics pan out on giving us some rain out of that. So for tonight then, partly cloudy, a mild night. Temperatures won't move much from where we are now, only dropping to 66 with some cloud cover. Then for tomorrow, 87, sun and clouds. Some afternoon, evening type storms will be scattered about. 87, good and warm. And then after that, Sunday looks like a good day with a high of 82. And temperatures mild next week. Could see a few more showers based on that tropical system on Thursday, and a little cooler again by next Friday.
All right, thanks, Jesse. Well, it is time to hit the road for our next one-tank trip. Here's Tim Sanders.
Well, Dana, we are getting ready for our one-tank trip, and our sponsors are Country Mark, and we're heading down to the Hot Air Balloon Festival in Bloomington. And if you're making a way, traveling through here, the Country Mark is a perfect place to stop by. Let's talk about, Ken, you are the owner here at the Country Mark in Monrovia, so we're in Monrovia, Indiana. Let's talk about what makes this a great stop if people are heading down to Bloomington this weekend.
Well, we have a custom-cut meat department with, we carry nothing but certified Angus beef, which to me is the best beef you can buy. Just our community here, very friendly, very farm-friendly people. Been here since 2009, just very blessed to have the customers that we have and the community that we live in here.
You know, this is one of the largest country marks that I've ever been to. You know, we have several in our viewing area, and as we're traveling here, to have your own store inside of here, like you said, the custom eats. So if you're planning on going down to the Hot Air Balloon Festival, maybe you can get yourself a meal ready to go, pack it up, because with COVID going on right now, a lot of people are going to be social distancing, probably eating in their cars, watching those hot air balloons as they go through. So let's talk about just Country Mark in general. Why is it such a great company? Why you purchased it, and why you know, what's your benefits here?
Well, I've been in the gas business for over 40 years now, and prior to this company here, went to Country Mark 11 years ago, and it's difference of night and day. Not only the fuel all comes from the southern Indiana, the ground in southern Indiana, and then the people that for the company, they just, you have a problem, they're there to back you up, and they're always on your side, it seems like. Just difference of night and day from the previous company.
So with it being here locally in Indiana, you know, you guys also, it seems like Country Mark always does a lot of giving back to community stuff with Fueling Freedom and just some other events. Let's talk about some of the things that you guys have done to give back to the community maybe here.
Yeah, I mean, the Fueling Freedom is huge here. Just the veterans really like that. You know, they get the acknowledgement that they deserve on that day.
All right. And what are some other benefits of Country Mark? You guys have a lot of great stuff. Let's just talk about the store. You talked first about the meats that you guys have in there. What are some other things that people can purchase inside of Country Mark?
I mean, we have our hot deli, Charlie Biggs Chicken, which is second to none. Fresh donuts made daily. Our produce brought in fresh every day. I think it's hard to beat our store here.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. Ken, thanks for joining us. We're now joined by Mike Bradley from the corporate office at Country Mark. Now, Mike, we were just talking with Ken, the owner of Country Mark here in Monrovia, and it's not only a great place for you to come shop and get fuel, but it's also a great place to work with. Let's talk about you guys as workers and what you guys, your incentive you have going on right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Currently, Country Mark is fully prepared for COVID-19. We fully back our operators like Ken, who are branded Country Mark, and their employees. Earlier this year, we sent out several memos, and then we also sent out masks for all of the cashiers at each one of the branded Country Mark stations. Back in July, the governor of Indiana sent out a mandate on masks, so we came up with 4 different designs that we sent out to our retailers that they can post onto their doors. So as customers are coming in, they realize that you have to wear your face mask as you come into the Country Mark convenience store. The last thing that we are doing is folks like myself at Country Mark's corporate office are going around armed with gift cards. As we walk into the Country Mark branded retail station, we look for the cashier. If they have their Country Mark mask that we've passed out on, we will reward them with a $25 gift card.
So you're going to give your employees $25 if they're wearing a mask?
Absolutely.
That is great. So let's just talk about some other things that you guys are doing. Anything else for COVID-19, sanitizing, anything else that you guys are added to?
Yeah, we absolutely sent out a sanitation ploy for all of the sites to make sure they're wiping down counters and the credit card readers that are inside so that we're not spreading COVID-19.
Great. Once again, hey, thanks for joining us again, Mike and Ken here at Country Mark. We're going to be traveling now to Bloomington to the Hot Air Balloon Festival.
And when we do come back, Tim takes us to Bloomington to learn more about that Hot Air Balloon Festival that is taking place this weekend and how it helps Riley Children's Hospital.